do sign language for this one.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay, are we good?
We're good.
Okay, nobody could hear us on that. So again, this is Scott from Holidynamics. Technical difficulties. We're live from Orlando. We're out here for an event. I love your outfit. Tell us about your outfit. What are you wearing here?
Well, this lovely itchy device here, this nice jersey that I have, is a result of my Cleveland Browns not winning in October when we came out here and we had a little friendly bet. The headband kind of wasn't included, but I thought I'd play along and play nice. And my sparkly, thanks for letting me borrow your bracelet as well. It goes with the jersey.
Yeah, the headband's great because I wore that on the treadmill this morning.
Yeah, it was a little damp. I figure it was just out of the wash, but all right, this is cool.
Yeah, so I love the outfit. I appreciate you bringing your own gear.
Go Browns.
I didn't realize you had Charger gear.
Yeah, and my brown shoes.
So let's have your brown shoes. Tell everybody what we're doing out here. What am I doing in Orlando with Scott?
Yeah,
the infamous Scott.
Okay, so Holidynamics is hosting an event with a lot of our contractors, customers, friends, the staff here, and we thought what a better way to learn is by networking and having fun. Okay, we're all in the industry. We all have our ideas. We all have our service sides to piece. We all have our marketing plans. We all have our website plans. But it's really nice because I have the opportunity and very fortunate to talk to everyone individually. Sure. And we do our phone calls on the phone and emails and stuff. And so I thought, let's bring everyone together, host a networking event, and have fun at the same time while we're doing it. So tomorrow, we created the Holidynamics Olympics.
Yeah.
So instead of sitting in a room and just hearing from individuals and, sipping on coffee, let's go out. We're going to go throw some axes tomorrow. We're going to go kart racing tomorrow.
Yep.
And I think we're going to finish up with some bowling. We'll see how well those balls roll after
all right.
two things.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Alcohol and sports and competitive.
I was actually in a bowling league. I just have to give you a heads up on that.
Yeah,
and we did win the bowling league. We're actually champions for that.
You probably wore some jerseys like this.
I have one with my
types of
name on it,
headbands.
all that fun stuff.
Is my debt paid yet?
No.
Okay.
I think staying on the whole interview.
Okay.
So tell us, for the people that don't know, who is Holidynamics and who is Scott? I mean, you've been doing this for how long? I mean, probably 50, 60 years you've been doing Christmas lights, right?
Well, I call it dog years.
Okay.
So once you have one season of Christmas, it's equal to 3. So total dog years. So I think let's see here, maybe about 90 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, in the 90, 95 years. Very fortunate, very lucky. Fell into something that I've been doing for a long time because I enjoy being creative. Yeah. And so it allows me to design and develop products. And Holidynamics wouldn't be where it is today without the team behind it, though, including the customers and the staff there, because we can all find what our niche is. And where I've been involved is creating the products and then trying to bring something different to the market with the products. Yeah. So Holidynamics is a designer and a manufacturer and an importer of all of our holiday lighting from China and stuff.
Yeah, and I think you guys, that's one thing you are above everybody else is the design, the different designs you have, the dynamic RGB, a lot of cool products, and we enjoy working with you guys with all that stuff. And I think you're probably the forefront for the creation of all this stuff, dynamic RGB. Where'd you come up with that?
So the birth of dynamic RGB was we noticed that the market was kind of shifting from just the static lights. Yes. And so with that, we started getting into this really individual pixel type lighting, and we found it demanded a lot of service. It wasn't price friendly for the market. And so what we decided to do is get our electrical engineers on designing a product that is fun, unique, different, with 2 main things out there. 1, easy to use. Second thing, affordable. Yeah. And then that was the birth of, the dynamic RGB. Yeah. And we started with the light set, kind of had some fun with it. Sure. Took the same, construction of all of our metal frame pieces and everything and our wreaths and garlands and all that stuff, and just removed the static lights and start dropping in the dynamic RGB. And is this thing going to get a life to it? Is it going to take off? It's probably one of our fastest moving product lines that we ever introduced in the market. Yeah. And then had the demand behind it. So unfortunately, LIGHTSETS sold out immediately, but then everyone's like, we want icicles in this.
Sure.
We want your ice flurries in the dynamic RGB, wreaths, garlands, and you know, even getting us today to where we've developed the dynamic RGB rope light now as well. And so the idea behind this one was to maybe build some more durable, larger metal frame pieces, and without just attaching our regular light set with the clip, we wanted to get some rope lighting on it.
Well, while we're here, why don't you walk us through your showroom real quick that you have set up here in Orlando?
Yeah.
So take us through it?
So we're here, we're live, we're now, man. It's kind of going to be a surprise. You know, sometimes you show up at an event and wow, you're surprised, you know? So I'm surprised to be sitting in here in this Chargers outfit. But thanks for the headband. With the request of the showroom.
Yeah, you can wear it the whole time.
Can I?
mean,
Broke out in a little sweat here, and that's kind of hiding it.
And that's what it does. Actually, it traps the sweat. This morning, it was just trapping it. It didn't get in my eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have.
I rang it out before I put it on.
Good.
So it fits well. The look, I don't know, and especially it's a Rivers jersey. But no, we're putting a few pieces up here today. But everyone has the opportunity to do a Zoom or a Teams meeting with us and visit our entire showroom. All of our products are on display at our home office,
which we've done several times. You guys have a really cool showroom. If you ever make it out to Omaha, you've got to go to their showroom. It's really cool, and they'll take you on tours and show you throughout everything. They have a lot of really neat products, and we've been using in our commercial installs in Southern California. We use a lot of your stuff.
Spritzers you were using, I saw that.
Yeah, we've done net lighting, the mini lights, everything. And so as we see you creating products, usually it's like, wow, the bell goes off and the light goes off, and we're like, let's get that,
And we get a lot of that feedback from you guys, and that's where the new product comes from as well. So it's a whole team effort, but just coming up with the core, making sure it's a sound product that you can put out to market to where it's going to have the quality behind it, the durability, it's going to last. You're not going to have a bunch of service calls, and that was the main thing behind dynamic RGB is if something goes, I call it go rogue, you turn it off. You turn it back on and you hit steady on the remote and it defaults everything back and you're ready.
And RGB used to be something like the next level. Like, oh, I just want to start with basic lights. Now I've moved to the next level. Not anymore. You guys have taken it to where, I actually, in my trainings, I teach about dynamic RGB because it's so simple. I don't want to overload people with too much information, but with dynamic RGB, it's so easy.
Well, prior to that, you'd go out and you'd try and explain to this homeowner, you have this individival device, it's going to need updates along the way.
I got to connect to your network.
This,
and they start freaking out. You've lost the sales. Dynamic RGB, you don't have that. So
no app, no hassle, and affordable, easy to use.
Say that again.
No app, no hassle. Affordable and easy to use.
Sold. All right, I like to do a little segment I call CAST, C-A-S-T. So I'm going to go through the 4 different casts, and that's going to be the first one is cancel. Have you ever been canceled? That's a big thing these days. It's cancel culture. People cancel you for one reason or another. So thinking back, you might have been canceled before it was even a thing. Can you think of a time that you've been canceled?
Oh, absolutely. I've been canceled quite a bit. And sometimes you have to identify. I like to find out why. That's the first thing I always like to find out why. Why did that happen? It wasn't that specific moment that someone called up and canceled on you. There has to be a reason behind it, and so we're always trying to identify that first. We've had small projects cancel. We all take the chuckle on it and be like, okay, well, and then you try and find the opportunity behind that. What can I learn from that? Someone canceling on us? Was it lack of service? Was it requested install date couldn't be met? Was it the second year in a row? Was it the third year in a row? And then you just have to find the opportunity outside of that. Learn from it being canceled. And we've been on both sides of that coin though as well. We're excited to cancel some people as well too. We're done with those jobs. We don't want to do them anymore. We've gotten older and the roof got steeper or something, and so there's reasons behind it as well for us doing a canceling. But I think the most important thing is learn why you were canceled on, and then if you need to put a corrective action plan in place, because you don't want it to be canceled on some of the larger jobs and stuff, and so and try and learn. If you want to try and save the job, find out, don't just hang up and be like, oh, we're canceled. Okay, and I'd say try and learn from that. But it always opens the schedule up. when a job cancels on you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking just in general, but of course, we've all been canceled on jobs and stuff like that. And sometimes you're happy about that, but sometimes it hurts, it stings.
Yeah,
we move on. So with that being said, during those times in your life, wherever it may be, in the Christmas light industry or wherever you've gone through tough times or anything like that, what did you do to get yourself out of that?
I started applying the 24-hour rule.
And part of fitness rule, or
no, obviously not fitness. You see me wearing this thing. Yeah, definitely not the fitness. Yeah. I started applying the 24-hour rule, and I found that's really helped. Because sometimes you come up with an immediate knee-jerk reaction on a decision that isn't the right decision.
Yeah.
And so let it process, kind of think about it a little bit, see what you can learn from it. But I think those are times and opportunities for growth as well. One that I can reflect back on right away was the transition from the incandescent world moving into the LED world. Yeah. And back when incandescent was huge, I was like, what is this? What's this LED you speak of? Yep. This is never going to get into our market. That's for TVs and that's for alarm clocks and stuff, and that was a tough time and a tough transition. There wasn't a lot of information out there about LEDs. And so you're kind of relying on some of these electrical engineers who are trying to push it out into the market in Christmas lights. Yeah. And all of a sudden you got pins getting wet and light sets failing left and right. Sure. And so it really also changed I got to keep this on.
You can take that one off.
Okay, I can take this one off.
Yeah. Right. Is it bothering you?
It started bothering me a little bit. You wear it.
Ooh, it's all sweaty.
Yeah. So, so yeah, I think those are opportunities and times to also grow and learn from that. And, from small stuff in our warehouse to putting product to market, that's why we like our service side. We'll test the product in our market first. And I learned that when we threw the LED first out there, it was a full recall. And talk about something that got canceled. Christmas got canceled for my family.
Well, that's probably one of those times you had to rise up, and here you are, doing very well. So actually, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been in the Christmas light industry?
Okay, so about 33 years. Okay. So this will be about my 34th year being involved in it from, all aspects. And sometimes I'll sit back in my office and be like, I just really wanted to design and manufacture Christmas lights, and I didn't know I was going to be having a conversation for hours about warehousing and last year I never learned so much about ocean freight. Yeah. I even shared with you, really educated myself on that and really trying to dump all that, what I learned, and get rid of it and get back into the holiday lighting.
So let's on that topic right there, let's go with what can you tell people? We learned a lot about the ocean freight. We learned more than we ever thought we would know about ocean and shipping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What can you tell people on product and purchasing product? And I always tell people in my trainings, I tell them, that they need to buy early. Are we going to experience the same problem this year? Do you feel like we're going to have the same issues? Maybe not the delays so much because we learned from our mistakes last year. We ordered early.
Right.
I've never ordered product in December, and that's when we placed our orders.
Yeah.
Usually it's like March, April, May, but we're not going to get on that boat.
Right. Yeah. Pardon the pun on that boat again.
Exactly. So what can you tell people this year? I mean, what do they really need to focus on? Should they be buying stuff now, or should they just wait till a little bit? Take advantage of preseason orders and things like that.
Oh man, I would absolutely, if I'm anyone, take advantage of the preseason orders. Yeah. Okay, they're there to help. It also helps us as a supplier manufacturer to make sure that we can supply throughout the season. Mm-hmm. So if someone calls up and orders, 50,000 light sets or whatever, it's like, wow, we can get that replenished right now for inventory to supply during the season as well. On the ocean freight side, I think a lot of us jumped on it a lot earlier, understanding and not understanding where it is. You see what you see that's in front of you, but we all learned from last year, it changes in a split second.
Yeah, of course.
You can make a booking on a container or on a container to get on a vessel, but the vessel won't accept the container because they wanted 5,000 last year. Yeah. Inland ports all shut down last year to bring something inland, so everything was dropped off in LA. I learned there were ports in cities that I didn't even know really had ports last year. And we're bringing up stuff through Alabama and stuff last year, and so the pricing's kind of bouncing up and down a little bit right now, And so
prices aren't going down.
Pricings aren't going to go down, you know. And it really just kind of changed.
You got copper, you've got the increase in copper price, you've got the ocean freight prices have increased, so everything. So they can expect to see an increase this year in pricing.
Increase and hold. You know, we're trying to hold our pricing from where we had to raise it up from last year. But yeah, there's truth to that in all facets of just manufacturing, even outside the holiday lighting world. You know, we're starting to see a little bit of inflation and stuff come in.
Yeah. And you keep touching my foot. Is that intentional? Is that like
I'm not touching your foot.
Accidental? Yeah, you bumped me a few times.
I have not bumped. I do not play foot.
Intentional, or is that okay?
I think I'm gonna take my leg down. It might be because I have this Chargers jersey on, and it's kind of making me act different.
Okay, all right, moving on. So the next part is the success. You're very successful.
Thanks.
You've done very well for yourself. What can you tell people, maybe up and comers, brand new people that are in the industry? What has helped you, each day wake up and thrive, or strive to be better and be successful?
I appreciate that. I think goals. I've always had a goal. I've always had a vision.
Yeah.
And I've been fortunate and lucky enough to fall into an industry that I'm passionate about, but also allows me to be my personality as well too. So I think find something that you enjoy. If you find yourself in this industry and you're getting out there to do the service side of it and you're hating it and not liking it, probably find something else. Probably find something different. So I have to say success is measured in so many different ways. Sometimes I even take a step back, and I think I was just sharing that with you this morning.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh wow, what did we build here? And surround yourself with people. And I know some of this stuff is cliche-ish, but when I look back, I never knew kind of what was going on as I was moving through the process of, just growing a company.
Yeah.
Those cliches things really do apply.
Sure.
Surround yourself with people that have strengths outside of your own.
Yeah.
And so everyone, try and meet everyone at Holidynamics. Without that entire team, none of that growth or anything would have been possible.
Sure.
And it didn't happen overnight. I've been doing this for like 35 years now. And you hire, internally as you need as your growth goes as well.
Yeah. So you started when you were roughly in your 40s?
Yeah. Yes, that's right there, Matt. We started in our 40s. Still going. I still get on the ladders.
Yeah. One thing about Holidynamics, that I do like about you guys. I mean, there's a lot of things, but the fact that you guys are installers too, and you guys, you're out there putting your product out there. It works. You've tested it, so that's important. And you can relate to installers. When they have questions, you can answer those questions because you're in the field and you're still, to this day doing installs. Not yourself, but your company is still doing installs. So that's one thing I really like about your company. And a lot of companies are the same. They're in the same boat. They do installs and sell product. But I think that's very important from selling product standpoint. I think that's very important to have in a company.
Yeah, agree. And you also get the the feel good. When you go out there and see a job that our team has done.
Yeah.
And, we did a huge tree last year with the dynamic RGB. I'm seeing everyone else's projects coming into us with dynamic RGB spritzers and all these trees and all this custom stuff being built with it, and then I finally get to go out and see our work. And they're like, oh, I can relate to you.
Yeah.
It feels good. It looks cool. You get to see the experience that, your customers get to have as well, too.
Yeah, sure.
And so that's the part I enjoy. And, it's a revenue stream for us as well, So, yeah.
And it keeps you, fresh with, what's going on, in the field and stuff like that. And probably helps you develop products as well.
100% does. I mean, we went from these robust, huge 3D starburst, made out of steel frames.
Yeah.
Trying to transfer 200 of those in a job takes like 8 trips in your work truck, to where how can we get beyond that? And then we learned to fold them down, and then they still got all messed up. And then we went to this metal sparkler piece, and then that sits today with the spritzer.
Sure.
And, it's as simple as spread them out real quick, fold them right back down.
Yeah, I love
wrap them up for storage.
So easy for storage. It's great. We use it on a lot of our projects. One of our big ones down in Del Mar. We used a ton of those things. Beautiful pictures too. Different colors, RGB, dynamic. I mean, it's an amazing product. So let's talk about CLIPA. You guys are going to be a vendor at CLIPA. We're excited about that. It's coming up on May 6th and 7th. You guys are actually doing a class as well, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have product there.
Oh,
yeah, I think we're gonna get there. We're gonna make sure.
Are you gonna bring this much?
I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm everyone.
Yeah. Because that had to be pretty expensive to ship.
We'll pan out here and we'll later.
We'll show you the showroom.
Yeah.
We'll see the showroom.
If we're not catching on, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So that's exciting.
We're totally excited to go there. It's going to be in Nashville. You know, you never fail going to Nashville. So we'll have all the products set up. We'll be doing some product demos. I think we're sponsoring one of the breakfasts, lunch, and dinners or something.
Yeah, that was my next question. We got the booth. You purchased the booth. We got that information. We didn't get anything back on the sponsorship, so I was just wondering maybe you got lost in the shuffle.
It might be with the shipment here. I'll have to check.
Okay, so you said you are going to be sponsored.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know which event.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe the coffee breakfast. We're definitely
get that on record. Okay.
Doing something.
We're excited. We're going to have Eric. He's going to be out there talking about dynamic RGB products and showing that stuff. You guys will have it at your booth. Very excited about the event, and we appreciate you guys being there. Very excited about it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So we're here, Eric, Scott. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I get it. When I wear crap like this, people get confused all the time.
Wishful thinking. I was hoping it'd be Eric. Eric, I can't even get you guys straight. Wishful thinking.
Eric is so involved in Holidynamics as well. He's got a fire in the whole sales team. They all are very passionate about the product, and that's just kind of all of us. So I can see how you easily get confused.
It was you guys look alike. He was supposed to be here with us, but he's coming in a little bit later. If you haven't met Eric, you definitely need to be there. He'll be out at CLIPA as well. So we're excited to be out here. We appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate you making me a captain of one of these teams.
Yes,
I'm excited about that. I don't know what that means, but
yes, it's a big responsibility.
Oh, okay.
So I think you should take it really serious.
I'm going straight to the bar right now. I'm taking this.
See, that's part of being a team captain. Be the leader. Get your team drunk. That way, our team. I don't know if we're on the same team or not, but then our team can go for the gold and oh, good. Okay. So and appreciate you guys and bringing the team here and being part of it as well too. So this is gonna be the first of many of the Holidynamics Olympics events. It's so fun to sit around the room and talk about it because we got some new events for next year already planned. And we'll pick the city here with the team where we'll go.
Hopefully it's a little bit more west.
I think it is. I'm here in Phoenix, man. I'm here in Scottsdale, Phoenix.
Oh,
being talked about a lot.
It's a long flight from California too.
Orlando.
So. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I appreciate you coming in. And, I gave you some softball questions.
Yes.
So,
if you want to fireball anything, go ahead.
No, that's okay. But I appreciate you coming in, and everything you guys do. We're very excited to work with you this year.
Appreciate that.
You guys have some great products, and we're ordering a lot of your products for our commercial installs. And if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you visit Holidynamics. They're in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah. I do want to bring up one story. I visited Omaha one time.
You did?
Yeah, real quick. I visited.
Did
Scott
you feel safe?
No, Scott said, do not stay downtown. He said, don't stay downtown because it's a rough area. So he said, you should stay over in this area by this mall.
Yeah. Golf over there.
Yeah, Top Golf.
Enjoy, have fun.
And it turns out there was a mall shooting the next day.
Unfortunately, our society is that way right now.
So I want to thank Scott.
But you had a whiskey steak, right?
I did. So if Scott ever tells you what area you should stay in, make sure you don't listen to me there. Yeah. So anyway, that was an interesting thing in Omaha. But I want to thank you for joining us today. We're going to cut it out because I know Chelsea wants to get to sleep. They took a red eye out here because they missed their flight initially. You can ask them about that story. They'll tell you about that.
But they saw LL Cool J on the flight.
They did.
We're like famous now.
Yeah, and I appreciate her coming down and doing this. She's going to go to bed now so she can sleep. The other two are still sleeping. So you guys asked them about that story and what happened there.
Nice.
Anyway, thank you again for joining us.
For having us.
And thank you all for joining us with Coffee with CLIPA at the CWC.
Cheers.